your first inequality. It's x, read it with me, okay? Go. X is greater than 5, okay? So x, all right, can x be 5 or is it greater than 5? So it can't be 5, right? So x cannot be 5. All right, so we use it's called a it's called an open circle. Okay. So an open circle, I just want you to put in parentheses so the circle is empty. That means it does not contain that value. It's empty. All right. So what was it again? 5 is greater than? Whoops. X is greater than 5. All right, so it's empty. It can't contain 5. It has to be greater than 5. So this is how I graph it. I have an empty circle because it doesn't contain 5. So it's empty. It's open. So I'm going to go to 5. And I'm going to draw an open circle on 5. Make sure it's open and it's big enough that you can see it. Now it's greater than 5. So which way would it go if it's greater than? To the right, right? So I'm going to say this way. That's how I would graph it. I would have an open circle and then an arrow showing me that it's greater. So it doesn't include 5, but it's greater than 5. That's how I would graph that. Okay, what's the next one? X is less than 5. Okay, does it contain 5 if it's less than 5? No, it has to be less than 5. So it cannot be 5. So we also use an open circle. It doesn't include it. So then I'm going to again make a open circle on 5. But now it's less than 5. So which way is my arrow going? To the left. Okay, that's how I would graph that. All right, what's this next one? X is greater than or equal to 5? So can x be 5? Yes, because it can be equal to. So x can be 5. So now we're going to use a closed circle. So now I'm going to come over to 5, and I'm just going to make a circle, but make sure it's filled in. And then it's greater or equal to. So which way am I going? It has to be greater than. Or it can include it. So if it includes it, I'm going to fill it all up. Okay? If it doesn't include it, then I'm going to leave it empty. Right? And so then the last one is x is less than or equal to 5. Can it equal 5? Yes. So I'm going to use a closed circle. So again, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make a circle. Make it big enough that you can tell what it is. Don't just make a tiny dot. But you don't mean to make it so big that it covers up all the numbers. Then it's less than, so it's going to go that way. That's how I'd graph it. All right, you ready? Go. Inequalities can have an infinite number of solutions. The solution of the inequality, x is greater than 2, for example, include all numbers greater than 2. You can use a number line to represent all of the solutions of the inequality. So if I look over here, everything greater than 2, I could fit in for x, right? I could put 1,000,000 in there and it would be correct. What other numbers could I put in there and it would be correct? Maggie? 3. Boston? 4. Harrison? 5. Tate?
15,987.3.
15,987.3 would work for x. So and there's an infinite number as long as they're greater than 2, right? Go. Forest fires are most likely to occur when the air temperature is greater than 60 degrees Fahrenheit. The inequality T is greater than the temperature T in degrees Fahrenheit for which forest fires are most likely. Graph the solutions of the inequality on a number line. So I want to show all the solutions that I can for T is greater than 60. All right, I won't be able to show every single solution because that number line would be way too long, right? So I'm going to look at this. Let's box your equation real quick. Okay, box your inequality. So T is greater than 60. Does this include 60? No, it has to be what? Greater than 60. So it does not include 60. So if it doesn't include 60, what kind of circle do I make? Hang on just a second. We're going to go to our 60 and we're going to make an open circle because it does not include 60. Then it's greater than, so which way am I going? Right. To the right. So any number above 60 would work. All right, Zach, give me a number above 60.
61.
61. Peyton.
60.1.
60.1. That would work, right?
Huh?
It totally would. Now, do not give me a super high number because temperatures are not going to go above probably 120, okay? So that wouldn't be realistic to say in the thousands, right? Unless you're on the sun, I guess. At this one down here, here's my inequality. Y is, read it with me, go. Y is less than 5, okay? So is this including 5? No. It's not including 5. So draw an empty circle at 5. So I'm going to draw an empty circle at 5 because it doesn't include 5. All right. And it's less than 5, so which way am I going? To the left. Okay. Okay, ready, go. You can also use a number line to show the solutions of an inequality that includes the symbols less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. The number line at the right shows the solutions of the inequality. X is greater than or equal to 2. So they shaded it in because it could equal to. So they're going to fill it in because it can equal that one. And then it's greater than. All right, so let's look at example 1. Put your finger on W. And read that inequality with me. Go. W is less than or equal to 8/10. Okay, so can it equal 8/10?
No. Yes.
Hang on a second. Can it equal 8/10?
Yes.
How do I know that? Okay, let's read this again. Okay, put your finger on W. Ready, go. W is less than or equal to 8/10. So can it include 8/10?
Yes.
Yes, because it can be equal to. So what kind of circle, can you show me with your hand, am I going to make? Good, it's going to be closed. I'm going to include the 8/10, so I'm going to close it in. And it says it's less than, so which way am I going? Left. Less is left, right? Okay, put your finger on B. Read this inequality with me. Go. N is greater than or equal to -3. Can it include -3?
Yes.
Why? Because it says equal to, right? So it can include it. So -3, I'm going to find -3, which is not on here, but it would be between what? -2 and -4. And it can include -3. So I'm going to put a closed circle. And solution, it says it's greater than or equal to. So which way am I going? Right. It's greater than -3. Now we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to look at this graph, and I'm going to decide what it is telling me. Okay? It's an open circle, so what does an open circle mean? Not included. The arrow goes to the left, so what does that mean? Less than. Okay? So the open circle at -2 shows that -2 is not a solution. Right? It does not include -2. Okay? The shading to the left of -2 shows that the values less than, whoops, I don't need to do it then. Less than -2 are solutions. Okay? So the inequality represented by this graph is, let's just throw a variable out there. Does it tell me a variable? Oh, it says use x. Okay. So x is what? Less than what? -2. It wouldn't be less than or equal to. X is less than -2, so it would go this way. Any of those numbers would work for x, but that would be my inequality. Go. M is less than 15. So with your hand, is this open or a closed circle? Good. It's open. How come? Okay, it's not equal to, so it does not include 5. So I'm going to draw an empty circle at 15. So I'm going to do that. To show that 15 is not a solution, and then it's less than, so which way am I going? To the left of 15 to show that values less than 15 are a solution. So anything less than 15 will work, but 15 won't work.